Hi folks, as some of you folks may know, I took little Jilly here to Mary Sharple's in York a couple of days ago and I got her this lovely little outfit. I also got her a couple of pacifiers, but they both need modifying to take magnets. This one needs this whole thing taken off to get a magnet inside. But it's the other pacifier that we're going to be looking at today, and we're hoping to be able to put a magnet in it and also possibly make a mould to make other pacifiers. So this little pacifier, the front just pops off. So it is possible to put a magnet in and just snap it back on. However, the magnets I've got are slightly too big. So what we'll have to do is take a little bit of plastic off these 4 pieces to allow the magnet to fit in snug. So Paul's about to remove a very tiny amount of plastic using his soldering iron.
Let's see if that's enough. Bit more, yeah. Let's try that. That's it.
That's a nice snug fit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great. It's great that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks strong enough to me, Paul.
Job done.
Yeah. So we've just taken the pacifier apart again, because what we're going to try and do now is we're going to try and make a mould so that we can make another pacifier out of resin. We're going to use reusable silicone putty to make this mould. I've done a video about using this impressive putty. I'll put a link below if you would like to see that. So we've cut out the shape of the pacifier, and we're going to lie this piece of plastic between the 2 pieces of impressive putty so that they don't stick together. So Paul's also got these 2 metal pins. He's going to use those for alignment.
So I'm going to put a hole there for one of the pins, and a hole there for one of the other pins. And we're going to press this on there. Okay, shall we call it done?
So we're going to leave this to set now. So, should be set now. So we're going to try and pull back this plastic to pull the 2 pieces apart. So that's what it looks like. And that's that half. So that's what it looked like underneath the pacifier. So we're also trying to make another mould using 2-part silicone. So you just pour equal measures of part A and part B, and then stir them until they blend, the colours blended and there's no swirling, and then you're ready to pour it. So I've poured some into this receptacle, popped the plastic pacifier in, and then pouring some more around it, and then put the front part of the pacifier in another receptacle with the rest of the silicone. So I'll leave those to set, and then we'll try using a bit of silicone grease over the top so that it'll act as a release agent, and then we'll try mixing up a bit more silicone to make the second part of the mould on the top. So we can't find the silicone grease, so just using this stuff. What's this stuff called, Paul?
It's just standard lithium grease. It's what you would use on mechanical engineering components, metal. But I think a thin layer of any grease will stop it sticking. In fact, we don't even know if it will stick there if it was without grease, because once the silicone's cured for 3 hours plus, the next bit you pour on top of it is not really meant to bond very well, but this should stop it sticking at all.
Okay. Okay.
So while Jude's just been mixing up the resin, I've just cut 2 pieces of 3mm rod. I think this is carbon fibre, but it doesn't really matter, and placed them on top of the half mould like this, so that when Jude pours in the next resin...
It's not resin, Paul, silicone.
Oh, sorry, yeah, when Jude pours in the next silicone, liquid silicone, and it sets, when we pull those rods out, we'll have an entry hole and an exit roll for tipping resin into the mould.
We will.
If you've got any left over, tip it in the other one.
Unfortunately, the grease has caused some sort of funny reaction. So the first silicone that I poured in, that looks not too bad, but the one that came on top of it, it's just all weird.
The grease has seemingly stopped the silicone from curing properly, so a lesson learnt there. We'll use proper...
Yeah, so we need to get
agent.
some proper release agent. It did look though like it was coming along pretty good.
Yeah, that the idea's worked, hasn't it, of making a mould.
So what we'll have to do is we'll have to try that out again after we get some proper release agent that's not going to cause us weird thing to happen with the silicone. The reusable putty, well, that's actually a better mould that we've been left with. It's better than the other one, so I don't know if we might be able to do something with this, Paul.
I would be tempted to try that process again with this process with some release agent, because I think this will make a much better mould.
Right, so that's it for this video, folks. So we'll be doing a follow-up video where we're going to try using this stuff again, but with a proper release agent, and we'll see if we can finally get a mould for this pacifier.